As we approach the South Carolina primary, Nikki Haley is going after Donald Trump. Watch as I analyze her attacks. Okay, so let's start by rewinding back to the New Hampshire primary. Donald Trump won the New Hampshire primary against Nikki Haley by about 10%. Here was Nikki Haley's speech on that night.
New Hampshire is first in the nation. It is not the last in the nation. This race is far from over. There are dozens of states left to go. And the next one is my sweet state of South Carolina.
Now, this speech really annoyed Donald Trump. It's annoyed Trump that Nikki Haley hasn't dropped out, and that speech right there, with a very positive attitude, absolutely got under his skin. Watch Trump's response on that night.
And she was up and I said, wow, she's doing like a speech like she won. She didn't win, she lost. But let's not have somebody take a victory when she had a very bad night. She had a very bad night.
Now, Trump should have ignored Nikki Haley. He won Iowa, he won New Hampshire. He has essentially secured the nomination. But when someone is publicly attacking Trump, Trump just can't stand it. So the day after, Trump posted this on Truth Social. He rants at Nikki Haley, calling her bird brain. But later in the post, he says this: "Anybody that makes a contribution to bird brain from this moment forth will be permanently barred from the MAGA camp." While Nikki Haley and her team jumped on it, they used this as a fundraising campaign. They launched t-shirts that said "barred permanently." Nikki Haley used this as a huge fundraising tactic and raised millions. So Nikki Haley and her team, they're being very smart. They're getting under Trump's skin. They're throwing attacks from every direction. But it's not just surface level attacks like this. There's also some substance. So let's look at a few of Nikki Haley's attacks. One of the biggest attacks is simply age. Watch this clip.
Are we really in this country going to have two 80-year-olds running for president? It is a fact that when you are their age, you have mental decline. I don't care who you are. You have mental decline.
According to polls, Americans don't want a Trump-Biden rematch. Americans are tired of old politicians, and Nikki Haley is trying to make this argument. But she's not just attacking Trump and Biden's age. She's also focusing on policy. Watch this clip specifically about the economy.
Him. I mean, the truth of the fact is we have to seriously look. This is a man that put us $8 trillion in debt in just 4 years. Think about that. This is a man who praised China's President Xi a dozen times after China gave us COVID.
Nikki Haley is correct that the debt rose during the Trump administration. Fiscal conservatism is really struggling right now. It doesn't have a place in the Republican Party, and she's trying to point that out, saying we have to have a balanced budget. We need an accountant in the White House. This is her financial argument. But then there's one last major argument that Nikki Haley is using, and it's actually an argument that Donald Trump is using on the opposite side. Trump posted this on Truth Social. It's a graph from 538 showing endorsements, and it shows that Trump has a massive number of endorsements. Nikki Haley is turning this stat on its head, saying that those endorsements show that Donald Trump is a candidate from the establishment. Watch this video.
I think that, it's not surprising that he is surrounded by the political elite, but let's keep in mind the political elite has gotten nothing done for us in stopping the wasteful spending, has gotten nothing done to secure the border, has gotten nothing done to keep us more safe as we see wars around the world.
In a way, Nikki Haley is right. In 2016, Donald Trump was this new candidate, pushing back against the establishment. But now in 2024, he seems to be ingrained into the Republican Party. So Nikki Haley is running a very savvy campaign, attacking Trump. But will it make a difference in South Carolina? Well, probably not. This state is heavily Trump country. The question is, can she break through? Can she campaign hard enough? Can she craft a message that resonates here in the Palmetto State. Make sure you're subscribed because there are a few more weeks leading up to the South Carolina primary.